Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Welcome to another Everton 24/7 report. Of course, I wasn't here last night, so there's plenty to be caught up on. And we're leading with the big new names who add to the supposed shortlist tonight. A Belgian international, for starters, and that's because Sky Sports claim that the Blues could bid for Dalian Yifang winger Yannick Carrasco, who is looking increasingly likely to leave the Chinese Super League. Of course, coming from China, he will command a big wage, which would no doubt be looking to convince him to cut. But the big question is, do we need to invest in another winger? Of course, it'd be great to improve any area of the team, but there are no doubt more pressing issues, none more so than in the centre of midfield right now. Sky also acknowledged that when they linked us to the likes of Adrien Rabiot and James Rodriguez, who we've already been linked with in the past during this window. However, with both of those rumours already being rubbished by other outlets over the past week or so, the midfielder that maybe caught the eye the most when they reported it was maybe a most notorious pursuit that we made last summer, and that was Watford's Abdoulaye Doucouré. For me, Doucouré would be the kind of player we desperately need, particularly in the wake of losing Idrissa Gana Gueye last summer, and we're still really waiting for Jean-Philippe Baman to recover from his injury struggles. Our midfield, I think, is seriously lacking right now in physicality, and no doubt Doucouré would be the man to remedy that. A very physical and imposing presence. He would really help us kick on and maybe give us a bit more of a bite in the midfield when we're getting overrun a bit too often, I think, at times. So the question now, though, is, having moved on from the man who pursued him, Marco Silva, does Ancelotti have a different kind of vision for his new-look midfield? And finally, from Sky last night, there was a suggestion that Everton are queuing up with the likes of Chelsea, Spurs and Manchester City for Bournemouth's Nathan Ake. Now, Ake is a player who I've previously been a big admirer of. He's a left-footed centre-half, which is a rare commodity, I think, these days, and it's one we're certainly lacking. However, I don't think his displays have been that great this season, and let's be honest, his teams have been even worse. Bournemouth are really struggling right now. And would this be a good move? I don't think it would be, particularly given that the defence has arguably been our strongest area this season so far. I don't think it's a good move to spend more in that department, like I say, given the more pressing issues to address first. And even then, is Ake even worth the 40 million fee that's been thrown around? I certainly don't think so. So it's a no from me for Nathan Ake, but be sure to let us know what you think about that. Would you go for him? I'm not too sure myself. A few more rumours, and Everton are reportedly keeping tabs on Hwang Hee-chan. He's a striker who put in some impressive performances in the Champions League for Red Bull Salzburg, none more so than against our neighbours across the park. And now The Athletic believe that Everton, along with Leicester, Brighton and Wolves, are showing interest in Hwang Hee-chan. While Everton and Leicester are planning on waiting until the summer to complete a signing, Wolves and Brighton are apparently planning on making an immediate acquisition before loaning him back to the Austrians. Whether that would be a good move for Everton to make, I'm not too sure. Maybe we're trying to be a bit more frugal at the moment, but it'd be interesting to see what happens with Hwang Hee-chan, whether he does turn out to be the talent that we have seen for Salzburg, if he does bring that over to the Premier League. Final rumour of the day now, on another up-and-coming star. Everton are apparently pursuing the Elche midfielder Gonzalo Villar, and have already registered an interest in him, according to the Alicante Plaza. Atalanta and Juventus are said to also be interested, while another Italian club, AS Roma, have already submitted a €3 million bid. So clearly, Villar's performances for what is a resurgent Elche side have made him a very coveted figure from some of Europe's big names already, really. However, there's one starlet that has been snapped up by the Blues. That's right, we've got a confirmed Everton signing for you at last. And maybe not the outstanding one we were all expecting, but a young star in the making, apparently, because Everton have completed the signing of 17-year-old Jared Braithwaite. He's joined on a 2.5-year deal and spoke of his excitement to get going at Everton. He said, "I want to settle in, get to know all the boys and put in some good performances for the under-23s. My long-term goal, 100%, is to play for the Everton first team in front of the great crowds at Goodison. That would be my dream." So, best of luck to Jared Braithwaite in achieving those dreams, and hopefully he'll be a real success at Everton. Let's see how that pans out. But we will finish with a current fan's favourite, Andre Gomez today came back to Finch Farm for the first time since his horrific injury back in early November, and he's been inundated, as you'd expect, with support from well-wishers all over social media today. It's been a real boost to find out Andre's recovered so quickly, to see him back in training in any capacity so quickly after such a bad injury is a real boost to Everton, and fingers crossed he can continue to maintain this speedy recovery, because it's a fantastic boost for Everton if we can get him back before the end of this season. But that's that for transfer rumours today. Be sure to let us know your opinions on all of the big talking points. Give us a like, a comment and a subscribe. But also, don't forget, it's the Everton AGM this evening, so make sure you check out our Twitter account and keep yourselves posted on all the breaking news from that. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled for loads of great content, and as always, thank you guys for watching on the Toffee Blues.